Only the blackjack and hookers are legal in Canada.
Wait, hookers are legal in Canada?
Yes.
I may have to live in Canada. And then I can make a lot of money. Connecting.
And we will call you Littlefinger.
They have a great health care and everything.
Boobs didn't work.
Oh, you're doing weird spellings.
Oh, bubes. Okay.
Yeah.
Downloading map. I'm in.
Huh.
I'm still in
this.
Greyfield.
Oh, this is a very resource rich.
Yeah, she's online, just not in Factorio.
So how do I do things?
Do you like the map?
Just so many resources, yes.
Yeah. How cool is this map? This seed, right? Like the water's right there, and we got coal, iron, copper, and stone, all within like walking distance. Sarah, this, how do I do this? Do you want me to do the explaining, or would you like to explain?
Go ahead.
Okay, just how about you correct me if I get anything wrong, okay? Because it's been a couple weeks anyway. Okay, so this is very much a resource-based game. Copy, I know you've already heard a lot of this already, and Wayne, I know you've already started playing. Earth, this is your first time as well, so that's okay. So your axe that you have equipped, you don't have one, but you can make one by pressing E. E is your inventory and crafting, kind of like in Minecraft. So press E. On the left-hand side is your inventory, right-hand side is crafting. On the right-hand side, there are 4 tabs. There is logistics, production, intermediate products, and combat. You can completely ignore intermediate products. It is pretty much never used because it's actually, the game's kind of smart and just makes stuff for, if you say you want to make something that requires 3 other things, if you have the resources to make the 3 other things, it'll do that for you anyway. So you rarely have to worry about them until later. Combat, we don't need to worry about until later either, so ignore that tab as well for now, because we won't get attacked until much later. What we care about is logistics and production. Production makes stuff. Logistics is like moving stuff around, or storing stuff, and things like that. Right, so around us you'll see resources. We have trees, we have stone, we have coal, iron, copper, and water. And eventually we have oil. All you need to care about right now is the copper, the sort of like solid materials, I suppose. They're not the liquid ones. So you'll see in your inventory at the bottom, you have 2 things currently on your person. You have a stone furnace and a burner mining drill. The furnace is used for burning, well, just like in real life, right? It's very similar to real life. It's used for burning stuff to make something else. For example, you put iron ore into it, you get iron bars. If you put copper ore into it, you get copper bars. If you put stone into it, you get stone blocks. And then if you put coal into it, well, coal's used for burning in the first place. Next, you have your burner mining drill in the first position. That's actually used for mining. Instead of you having to sit and mine all the time like in Minecraft, you can use this and it'll do it for you. It's brilliant. For it to work, you need coal. It needs to be fed coal. So the first thing I'm going to recommend we do is we go over to the coal patch. So please come join me up north. You will see me hovering amongst the coal. We're going to dump both of our things.
And my game is frozen.
If you all tab Wayne, if it freezes for us, by the way.
I can't join the game.
I've invited copy. There we go.
It freezes for them. I haven't frozen.
I'm still stuck on the first screen. Like my menus went away, but I'm just sitting here on the screen.
Oh. Did you accept this? Did you accept the Steam invite?
From Doc, yes.
Oh. Let me send you one.
I'll be back in a bit. I've got a Dawn of War 3 match to win. BRB.
User left your channel.
Okay, we're gonna have to wait on.
So boobs, BEWS.
Yeah, BEWS. Yep. I'll wait for Hando to join before we continue with the tutorial.
It's
see
downloading.
There we go. You're connecting now. I can see that. Okay, Hando's now joined. Hando, you should look at the map at the top right to see where we are. We're just north of you. Just follow me up here. Coal is the black stuff. We're gonna go stand on the black stuff. So, I was saying in your inventory at the bottom, you've got two items. You have a burner and a miner. What we're gonna do is drop your miner, or drop your furnace just outside the coal, preferably, like somewhere like that. I've done mine there. Then, to drop it, you press 2, then you click somewhere. Then select your miner as well, and press 1 and click somewhere as well. But place it in a place that it is on top of coal, and the little arrow, the little yellow arrow, is pointing towards the furnace, okay? Now, once that's done, click. Now, if you want to rotate, if it's been failing and you're not pointing the right direction, press R, okay? If you're stuck at any point, please just ask. Hando, you'll need to disassemble that and move it slightly closer. And also, I'd recommend it be on the right-hand side so it's over as much coal as possible. Earth, that's fine.
How do you move it again?
Just hold right click until you disassemble it. Earth, that's fine. It's not entirely out, but it's not a big deal. I was just doing this so we're in the same sort of area. That's fine. Okay, so press 1 to select your mine or drill. Press R to rotate. And make sure, like Earth, I'd place yours where I'm standing now, like to the right of yours. Hando, I'd do the same. It has to be right next to your mine or drill, like right where I'm standing, okay? So you'll have to delete that one again.
You want the arrow facing the furnace?
Yeah, facing the furnace. So you see where mine is? It's like right next to it like that. Good, just like that, Earth. And good, perfect. Okay, all three are good. Right, so we now have a setup. You'll see that it's flashing with a warning. Warning, no fuel. We need fuel. So press E. E is your inventory and crafting table. Click on the second tab. This is your, what's it called? Production tab. And you'll see the only thing we actually have on us to make right now is an iron axe. We have a bunch of iron on us that we've salvaged somehow. So click on that once. And you'll begin making an iron axe. It'll be made within less than a second. It'll appear in your inventory in the bottom right of what you're wearing. You'll see you can suddenly mine really fast by holding right click. So mine just like 2 or 3 coal. That's all you need, right? Then go up to your miner and click on it. Miner is the thing, the drill, right? The actual drill itself. Click on that, pick up your fuel, and drop it on the little fuel symbol at the top. And it will start mining away. Now, if you click on your furnace, you'll notice that it now also has coal. That's because the miner picks up coal from below in the ore and puts it into the furnace. So you now have a way of producing coal automatically and passing it into the furnace. So if you were smelting stuff right now, that would be really useful and it could go on pretty much forever. Or more importantly, it would go on until the drill itself runs out of fuel. Now that's a problem, right? We don't have enough fuel to go on. We don't have a mechanism for this to go on forever. If you go down a little bit over here, where I am, you'll see that there's 2 drills facing each other. That is a way of infinitely making coal pass to each other so that it burns the coal so they can continue mining to each other, right? I think it was Sarah that's replaced those. It's a very useful thing to do at the very beginning, is have 2 drills facing each other in the coal. But to do that, you must have some iron first. So let's go over here and start mining some iron.
This is very similar, the interface is very similar to Space Engineers.
Good point, it is, yeah. So let's mine maybe like, it takes a little while, but mine maybe like 20. It's nice to have a nice chunk at the start. It's pretty dull just now, but it pays off. Eventually have this all automated as well.
What's that song the 7 dwarves sing in
Hi-ho,
Snow White?
hi-ho, off the wood we go.
Very good.
The Tom Waits version is much better, much better.
Right, then once you have 20, go back to your thing, to your furnace, and drop all the ore into your furnace. A quick way of doing this is when you open the interface by clicking on the furnace, is you just shift click on your ore. That'll pass it into the other screen, just like in Minecraft again. It's the same sort of thing.
I imagine you take, up there it goes, yep, my axe just died.
Oh, your axe has died. Do you how much, oh, did you mine quite a lot? Okay, you should have enough on your inventory to make another axe. So you just press E and go make another one. Shouldn't be a problem.
We'll just grab from one of the furnaces that are burning near there.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
Iron.
But don't worry,
flake.
that's enough anyway. You got loads of ore now. So, very soon as well. Up here. Very soon you'll notice what Hando's got is that his actual miner has run out of fuel. So what you can do is just steal some from your furnace, go up to your furnace, grab some of the coal by right-clicking to get half, put it in your inventory, then put it in the drill. And that way we don't run out of... if you do it manually, you'll never run out that way. Right, but what? Yep, there we go. Now we've got some iron. You'll notice a little icon appears. If you press tab, if you haven't, you can already see it. Tab turns on and off like a bit of the GUI that shows you what is available in certain factory elements. So right now we can see the iron bars are being made in our furnaces. We can see 3 of them, right? If you press Alt on your keyboard. So there we go. Mine's is done. I've now got 20 iron bars. Once you've got them, just grab them and take them. Put them in your inventory. As Sarah has just said to me, it's shift right click to move half a stack, shift left click to move the whole stack. That's true. Don't worry overly about the hotkeys, you will eventually get them. The main one is just right click to pick up half the stack, left click to pick up the whole stack. Shift does other stuff as well that you can work out over time. Okay, once we have more iron, that's great. We can now move on to doing some more cool stuff. So what we need to make a new drill is the drill itself, one of the components. If you press E and go into the production tab, you will see that you can hover over any of the icons in there and see what is required to make stuff. Yes, Sarah, that's what I do. Control click on a furnace to take all the products out of it quickly. If you go into the crafting tab, go into production tab, you'll see if you hover over anything, you can see the required components. If it's in yellow, it means you've got some of the materials to do that, but not all of it. Meaning it will actually make that for you. So for example, iron axe, if you've got all the iron bars in your inventory now, you should see that it's in yellow for the iron stick, because it says that it can actually make the iron sticks for you from iron plates before making the iron axe. But if you hover over, for example, the burner mining drill, which is three down on the left, under the production tab, under E, you'll see that we're missing a lot of components. It will make the iron gear wheels for us, because we have enough iron, that's fine, but we're missing a stone furnace. And we don't have the ingredients to make a stone furnace. So what we hover, so if you look at the very bottom of that little box that's showing up, it'll show that what your total raw requirements are to do all this. It says 4 seconds of your time, 5 stone ore, and 9 iron bars. So we need some stone, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to run down south here until we get to the stone area. So just follow down to me.
There's actually some right by just below the coal.
Oh, right over here. Okay, yeah, by earth. Come over and grab some stone by earth. It says we need 5, so let's get 10 so we can make 2. Alright, then once you've done that, press E, and you'll see that you now have the resources not only to make 2 stone furnaces when you look in your crafting table, but you actually have enough to make 2 drills as well. So let's do that. Let's make 2 drills. So click twice on the drill. And you'll see at the bottom left of your screen once you've done that, that you're making all the resources and all the ingredients required to do all that stuff. Copy, are you dropping from the game? It says you're lagging.
Yeah,
Copy is removing the forest.
Ah.
Copy doesn't like trees.
She has very few bandages.
Did people move our furnaces stuff, or they'll just disappear?
I took them over to the iron. It's easier if you move the coal rather than the iron.
Right, so yeah, he's right. So right now we have quite a lot of stuff making coal for us, which is fine. But the more useful thing to eventually have is iron. So our automations are now over here getting iron for us, passing into the thing, and then actually burning it into iron bars, which is much more useful. The coal is really useful at the start to do what we're doing over here. But let's just to show you the technique, let's make sure we all do it as well. So come over here, and we'll drop two drills and pass them into each other, just like I've done there. Okay. just pass them into each other like that. So place one down, make sure the arrow is facing any direction really, and then place the other one directly next to it, and the arrow wherever the arrow is facing. So the arrows are kind of pointing into each other like that. Good, Earth. That's good. And then once you've done that, you'll see that the petrol icon. You'll need to press rotate on one of them. You'll need this one at the top handle. You'll need to pick it up again. Then when you're holding it in your cursor, you'll need to press R twice to turn it around. And then put it down. So that it's facing the right direction.
It while it's deployed. With
oh yeah, you can
R.
also do it while it's deployed. So if you hold R while hovering over it, it'll rotate it.
While deployed, including trains.
Is that right?
Yep, that's perfect. Good. Okay. Then next you'll see it's got the fuel symbol, so we need to give it some coal. So just pick up one single coal from below us, right, and then put it in one of the machines.
How do you select a number again?
Select number.
You said pick up one single coal.
Oh,
stone.
Just hold right
I
click.
have
I mean,
stone,
sorry.
not coal.
I just meant hold right click over the coal, like just mine it, like that. As in the coal we're standing on, not on your inventory.
Yeah, I had to make a new axe.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Where'd it go?
Yeah, it'll be in your inventory, the bottom right. You should see it, the very top left of your bottom right of your screen. Don't worry, if you just hold right click, it should work. That's taken off a long time. You might not have an axe. There we go, Handle. That's good. Yeah, it'll shoot them. Cool. Don't worry, Handle. That's enough. They will now mine infinitely forevermore, just getting coal. Okay? So they'll pass it. They'll pick up coal, pass it into the other one, which gives it fuel, pick up coal, and pass it into itself. Right? It's an infinite loop. It will go until it's run out of space, which is, I think it's 64 it runs out at. Okay,
50.
so we've got a buttload of ways of making coal right now. In fact, it's more than we need. So let's disassemble our machines. We don't need this much coal. So just hold right click over the ones you made and put it back in your inventory. We do, but we've already got enough mechanisms for making coal.
So we're disassembling both?
Yep, that's fine. Because as a team, we'll be making enough here. Don't worry. What I'll do actually, like by myself, is I'm gonna. In fact, we've got enough down here. So if you go down here, actually, this is a good example. You'll see that here is a furnace, a drill, which is drilling coal, then passing it into this chest here. So this is a little wooden chest, right? That somebody's made, and there's a little drill which drills the coal and just passes everything it drills into this wooden chest. So that whenever people need coal, they can grab it from that chest. Same with over here. Here's another really good example. This is early stage. There's two drills here. One is mining coal, one is mining iron, and they're both being passed into this furnace so that the furnace has infinite fuel and has infinite stuff to make. So it's just continually making iron bars. The problem is it can only hold a max 100. So the next stage would be to pass it into a chest somewhere, and so they can just keep making and making and making forevermore. Yeah. Right, so let's actually do this exact same thing. Let's make something that mines iron and mines coal, then passes into a furnace for us. So let's see what we need to make a furnace. Press E, go into your second tab, and you will see if you hover over stone furnace that we need 5 stone, as we knew before, right? We need 5 stone to make a furnace. So let's go over to the stone over here.
There's a stone chest. If you need.
Okay, cool. We don't need to mine ourselves yet because these guys have already done this automatically. So let's go over to this chest and just click on it, and I'll just take just right click on one of the stacks. Just right click on the. There we go. Okay, just to grab some, yeah. Like 5 is all you really need, but any more, don't worry. It goes on for a long time. In exchange, try to top up these machines when you're done. So just put some coal back in this machine as a thank you. Don't worry if it's full. I put in some as well. Yeah, don't worry. It's probably full anyway. Okay, let's go over here and continue on with the... Yeah, we're automating all this stuff, man. We don't even, mining is so old school.
Yeah.
It's so 4 minutes ago.
Right. So we now have the ability to make a furnace. So let's go over here.
Do we even
press
have any
E.
coal miners anymore still? Oh, there's one.
Yeah, some over there. So press E, and let's make a stone furnace. Cool. Good work. Okay, and we need to drop it somewhere that's kind of smart. Somewhere that can receive both from the coal area, so it has to be directly next to a coal, and it has to be directly next to an iron, right? Because we're going to have 2 drills, one that's feeding in the iron ore, one that's feeding in the coal ore. So we need it to be somewhere smart. Hando, that's perfectly fine, because it can definitely receive both there. I'm going to place mine there. Same thing. Okay, now see what I'm going to do here. I'm going to place 1 drill on the coal on the right-hand side, and 1 on the iron on the left-hand side for me. And make sure the arrow is facing towards the furnace so that it feeds it in the right direction. Otherwise, it'll just drop on the ground. So, Hando, if you... That's good, but your bottom one is facing the opposite direction. So just hover over it, then press R, and that'll rotate it. Or you can pick up. That's fine as well. Good Earth. That's good. And just hover over it and press R, Hando. That's okay. You don't need to pick up. You don't need to pick up. Well, while it's placed, like look up here. If you just press R on this one here, for example, it just turns it, right? Good. Perfect. Okay. So now we've got a bunch of these things. Again, we need to give them coal, right, to start off. So let's go over to the coal, somewhere that's mining coal just now. Let's try and find a chest.
There's a chest up here with lots of... I'm going to just
up here,
place it
cool.
down here.
Oh, thanks, Arthas. All right, over here, yeah, there's the chest is full of coal, so grab some, grab like just a stack or whatever. And then go over to your machines, and then give some to the two miners, to the 2 drills. Don't give any to your furnace; it's unnecessary because it's going to be fed anyway, right? So just give some to your 2 miners, like half and half, 25, 25. And it will then feed the drill. Feed the furnace with the ore that is required to be smelted and the fuel to do so. And now we have an automated process for not only mining our fuel, but also mining our product, right? The thing that we actually are going to use to make other things as well. So now we're going to have a bunch of iron being made. I think we should probably leave this here because we're always going to need more iron, and we'll eventually make this more automated. Right.
So are we Belters, Earthers, or Martians?
Crash landed on an alien planet.
Well, they're all alien, right? Right. So next up, let's just start going towards the automation side. What would be really nice is that you see this box over here that Sarah's made for us. It's full of iron and coal. But what would be really nice is if we had a repository of coal, or sorry, a repository of iron that automatically filled itself, right? If we just had a chest that was always just full of iron, so whenever we need to make stuff, we can just go over to that chest. So first of all, we need wood to make a chest, or iron. But now that we have a good way of making iron, let's just go grab that. So go up to your smelter and grab whatever iron has been made so far. I got like 20 odd from mine, so that's totally fine. Okay, once you've got the iron, press E, then go into your crafting little table thing, press E, and go to your first tab, and it's the second thing along is the iron chest. You can hover over to check the names, right? You should have enough to make a few of them. We only need to make 1, so how about Hando, you make 1, that'll be fine. Then when you've made it, just come drop it maybe around where I'm standing, so the sort of area here. Just to, yeah, perfect, to the left of their chest. That's good. Okay, so the first obvious thing is all these drills over here and all these furnaces are over here, and the chest is over here. That it's not easy to pass stuff back and forth.
You can eat the fish to heal yourself.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some transport belts, just like in normal factories in real life again. So press E, and you'll see on the second row, there is the ability to make a bunch of these things, depending on how much iron you have, more than anything. In fact, all you need is iron to make these, to make transport belts. So make a few of those. Let's make like I don't know, like 5 each or so. If you don't have enough iron, just go up to your machines and grab some. Also, when your thing starts running out of fuel, just give it some coal, grab some from the chest over here if you need to, right? Just like before. Just start doing that whenever you need to from now on. And let me know when you've both made some
I has the belts.
transport belts.
Yep, I got
Cool.
some.
Okay, well, first of all, so let me place the first one. So you can see what it looks like. Belts look like this. Right? You place one at a time per little block, and you can change the direction of them at any point. So, for example, right now it's going that way, then it's going backwards, then it's going up, and then it's going that to the right again. Just press R while hovering over it. You can do it as well if you want to. But you can now see it's going towards the belt, which is great. But now we need to make it go from all the way over here to over there. The most obvious one that we can do this from is the one in the straight line. But the problem is, well, actually that's fine, that's fine. So let's place our belts so that it goes all the way over to here, where I'm standing, at the left. And it keeps facing that direction. Good. Good. Let's have it all the way over here. If we run out, I can make more.
Doc, why did you use burner inserters? You are using burner inserters, they won't work. Well, they would, but you just made electricity. Why aren't you using electric inserters?
Yeah, well, this is from the start. We'll get to the electric layer. It's a bit more complex. Right, so we now have the belt, but you'll see that it's not currently doing its job. We don't see any coal passing over. We don't see any coal on the belt. It's not currently passing it magically in there. So we need to do it ourselves. If you press E and go to your first tab again, if you go into the third row, you'll see 2 types of inserters. One is just called inserter, and one is called burner inserter. The burner inserter works with coal as its fuel source, which is good, because that's generally what we've been using so far. The other one uses electricity. That's a bit more advanced and kind of tough to work out just yet. We'll get to that later, right? So first we're going to make like one burner inserter. Since Hando did the last one, Earth, do you want to make a burner inserter, please?
Yep. Where do you want it?
Could you place it right where I'm standing? So it's next to this bottom furnace, right? Right where I'm standing. And it's facing the direction, so the arrow's pointing towards the transport belt, and the little line is facing towards the furnace. Good, perfect. Now, it's working just now, but you'll see it has now stopped working because it's not got any fuel. So at the start, it works straight away because it's got like a little bit inside itself. But once you give it some fuel, good, it's now doing it. You can actually see, if you can zoom in as well with your mouse wheel if you want to, you can actually see the iron plates now moving across this belt, but there's a problem. Look over here. They're not going inside the chest. That's because it's not opening the chest, it's not putting it in it, it's just a belt bashing against it, right? It's not the smartest thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this last bit, and I'm going to ask Hando to place a burner inserter in that little space there between the transport belt and the chest to pass things from the transport belt to the chest. Okay? Perfect, good. And you'll see the chest now has the little icon if you press Alt on and off to turn on and off, that it's now got stuff in it. Also, this needs some coal as well, so let's go grab some coal from this other chest here. Oh, there's none. I'll just grab some from this furnace, it's fine. Okay, good, cool. And now it's passing over. And now slowly but surely, it's now an equal rate. So this is passing in iron just as fast as this is receiving iron. So this will never fill up. Now, say for example that we had not enough iron in this chest and you wanted to pick some up off the belt. What you do is you go like Serathis, sorry, not Serathis. Earth, if you could just stand exactly where I am, just like over the left-hand side. Okay, and not on the bell though. And then press F once quickly. Hando, not you, not you. And okay, Earth, can you go over here and do it then instead? Because I was saying the layer left-hand side for a reason, right? Okay, now once again, Earth, there we go. You'll see that it grabs a chunk of the iron off the belt and it goes in your inventory. Whenever you want to pick up from the ground, you just press F. And it'll pick up everything in the radius near you. So whenever you want to steal, like if you watch me right now, if I want to steal everything on this belt, I would do this, right? I just hold F and run this direction, and it picks up everything. Okay. It's a little, it can disrupt things, but sometimes if you mess up and you have the wrong thing on the wrong belt, that can be a good way of saving the day before all your machines break, right? But that generally is how things do go, and you'll see now that it's at an efficient rate and it's passing back and forth. Problem is, all these things are still currently requiring coal. The next step that we would probably do is we'd have a way of the coal being fed into all these machines as well with these little inserter hands so that they would all be entirely, truly automated. That would be the ideal finale. Okay? Also, Serathis, I'm destroying your chest and putting all the iron into the new chest. Okay. Just a little bit tidier. Okay, cool. So we've now automated our own collection of iron. Okay, well, it depends what else is needing done before we move on to other things. But let's just look around the base. We'll see at the top here, there's this machine's ran out of fuel as well. So I'm going to give it some coal. Cool. And it's now getting some more iron for us. Let's go see what the other guys have been doing over here on the right-hand side. Okay, well, they've been making... So they're doing the same thing, right? They've now got copies now, I believe, made a miner drill up here, which mines the stone and passes it into this chest. So now we've got a buttload of stone being made for us. Then next to it, she's got a furnace, which is burning a bunch of wood instead of coal, which she got from the trees, and it's making stone bricks. Stone bricks can be used to make pavement, which makes us run faster, and a bunch of other things, including stone furnaces, etc. Over here, we've got some miner drills, which are mining the copper, and these are being passed into furnaces, which are now also making copper bars. This is good for the first steps towards electricity. You'll see why later. But you know, copper wire, right? Copper wire is needed in real-life electricity. Same thing here. So we've got a good bunch of few things there. It looks quite nice. Now, the next thing, I'm going to take you guys for a little exploration. Go over here to the right. You will see on the mini-map that we don't actually see what's off the edge of the world here. That we have not explored that far. It's a fog of war, right? But you'll see this is all pink, this area here. This is oil.
Okay.
Oh yeah, just general rule for the server. Like, I know it's not a server, but I would recommend that we do it all as a team, not doing everything alone. It's probably a bit nicer that way. But also with the rule of if you take, try to give back as well. Okay, this is all oil, right? Crude oil. We're not going to use this yet, but if you hover over it, you can see that you can't mine it, right? If you right click, you can't mine it. You can't click it up. If you hold F, you can't pick it up. It's just on the floor. It's it's used for electricity later on, for the more complex version of electricity, and also for getting more difficult compounds that we can use for more cool stuff, like making bombs and flamethrowers and things. But that'll come later. But just so you know what it looks like on the minimap, you don't get confused. If you look at the minimap, you'll also see there is copper, which is the orange, black is the coal, grey is the stone, and iron's grey, and stone is just barely appearing for me, to be honest, but there you have it. And lastly, we have water over here. Water is used for electricity. I would recommend that we start tapping into that shortly. But down here, you actually see a good example of what the electricity, how it actually works. You need steam engines. This is the basics of it, yeah, this is a simple version. So, in the water itself is the first thing you need, is an offshore pump. What an offshore pump does is it's a self-automated thing. It doesn't require electricity just by magic for whatever reason. And it just grabs water from a big puddle like this and passes it into something, either be it pipes or boilers or whatever. Here we have some boilers. Boilers are used to heat water. We've got 5 here. We don't actually need 5. We only need 2 max, I believe, for most occasions. But sure, yeah, this is for later on. It'll get a bit more efficient this way. But what we do is we heat the water by passing in coal into these boilers. It heats it up, and then we pass into a steam engine. Steam engine works by receiving hot water and producing electricity, just like in real life, right? So there's 3 components here really required: the offshore pump, the boiler, and the steam engine. Then this next to the steam engine, you just need some big wires to pass the electricity back and forth. However, the boilers themselves need fuel, and so that's why we have this transport belt with coal on it, which receives which is passed in by inserters. You'll see that they're not actually burner inserters; these are true inserters. They work by electricity because it's self-sufficient at this point. The coal feeds the boilers only. Everything else is done by electricity. Okay, let's follow where electricity goes. Let's see what we're doing with electricity. Go across here. Yeah, it's okay. You'll see that we've got an electric mining drill. It's exactly the same as the other mining drill we have, but it covers a bigger area slightly, and it's also much more efficient. It's much faster. It produces things much quicker, and we don't need to refuel it, right? It's working with electricity, so we don't ever need to do anything. It'll go on so long as electricity goes, it'll go on forever. Meaning that this whole transport belt will literally go on until the transport belt is full. That's the only time it'll ever stop, because there's nothing, nowhere to place it. Now, it doesn't actually need all this coal. This coal is actually abundant, as you can tell by the fact it's piling up. So if you also need some extra, feel free to go up and press F quickly, I would recommend. If Wayne's okay with that, of course. Cool, thank you.
There we go. I fixed it.
No, it's backwards now. If you watch, I'm not going. Yeah, you'll have to press it again on it. Twice. Especially if the coal's over on top of it, you can't really see underneath it, so you gotta be careful. But yeah, this is kind of the basics of how the game works. Basically, we're trying to automate everything. Now, right now, it's really calm and chill, and there's no big problem. The next big thing is that we're eventually going to get attacked by something. These alien creatures live in the world, and they attack us because there's too much pollution, ironically. So because we're trying to survive, we end up making it more automated, and because we're making it more automated, we end up not being able to survive because we get killed by aliens. So what we eventually do is we build walls, and we build turrets, and we make guns, and we attack their nests and stuff. And they will continually grow nests closer and closer to our base until they start attacking us very frequently and attacking our base, and it gets very scary. But we'll get to that eventually. But that's kind of the purpose of the game, is that you automate everything, build a base, and then you have to defend the base over time. But yeah, the very start is totally chill for like ages. As you can see, there is night and day. You're attached with a torch, which will keep you light your way if you need to. You'll eventually also be able to unlock like mech suits and stuff, which will have like night vision and a whole load of cool stuff like explosives on it, etc. And you're able to fly around and stuff. It's really cool. Really, really cool, this game eventually. It takes a bit of time to get there and unlock everything. Now, lastly... Oh, yeah, that's tough. Yeah, it's a pain
You
in the
don't
butt.
really need to automate, you only need one.
True,
one exoskeleton.
Now, the last thing that's worth mentioning of the basic tutorial is at the very top right of your screen. We've mentioned the very bottom is the quick inventory. The very bottom right is what you're wearing, right? So you have multiple weapons. You can have your armor and stuff, and your ammo. At the top right is some buttons. Don't worry too much most of them, because most of them you won't actually be used for ages. The first one is just the game menu. Don't worry about that. Second one is production statistics. If you're a stats nerd, you can see and make sure that you are making... It's more important at the very start to make sure you're producing enough coal, for example, to feed all your machines. You can check that here. You can check it by time limits at the top left, so you'll see like 5 seconds, 1 minute, 10 minutes, an hour, 50 hours, right? So you can see how we're doing. And if you just want to see how you're doing over time, you can see that like, 20 hours ago I was doing like 1 coal a minute, and now I'm doing like 500,000. It's quite interesting to see. The next one is... bonuses. We don't have any, right? Because bonuses come with research, where you like get more damage for certain weapons, or it comes from wearing certain suits or whatever, and that's where it's from. So don't worry about that. Then it's map. You can also access the map by pressing M. It's the same as your mini map, just bigger. Don't worry about it. It's pretty useless in my opinion. Then we have something called train. Now, a big part of the game later on is that when you play most maps, your resources aren't this close together. This is a really good seed, right? Most resources are really far apart. and you kind of have to make do by running back and forth, and the game becomes a much longer game, and you have to quickly either have really long transport belts, which can be resource abundant, or you have to start making a different system of trains. Now, trains can be used to also, let's go fill up this our drill. Yeah, it's starting to die off here. Let's put some coal in it. The problem with friggin' trains is they're quite hard to make, and you have to automate them, and eventually you're going to have multiple trains going all around the map, and you have to defend them and so on and so forth as well, and it's quite a complex thing. And to manage it, you have that little menu to see where you can set stops to make sure it stops at certain times and so on. You can become this can become very complex, right? But at the very beginning, you'd only eventually, like, not even soon, but eventually we'd have a train, and we'd use it for back and forth between one area and the next, probably a couple of bases, right? Next to that, we have achievements. If you're interested, it's also on Steam. Stuff like build your first train, trigger an alien attack by pollution. You'll get that very in the near future, I imagine. Yeah, that will happen, no doubt. Okay. The next most interesting thing, and this is probably one of the most fun parts of the game, is research. So you press T, you will see research. Please don't hit go yet. We need to decide as a team what we want to research and focus. Not that it would work yet, anyway. You'll see a whole bunch of stuff on the left. Those are all the different researchers you can unlock. That's the entire thing, right?
Nukes.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
That's
if
in
you
the
hover
next
over,
version.
you'll see there's a nice mix of things. There's automation, there's logistics, optics, turrets, stone walls, so on and so forth. But if you click on any of them, you'll see that there's a cost related at the top. So click on any one on the left and you'll see the cost. People in the community tend to refer to these as like red potions, green potions, blue potions, and purple potions. Truth is, they're in theory science packs, whatever that means. Basically, it's a unique resource for research. That's all you need to understand it as. Each one can be made, however. And if you press escape and leave the research screen, press E, then go into your third intermediate products tab, the one that I said you'll rarely use. You see those two little potions, right? The green and the red. There's pack 1 and pack 2. The ingredients required to make them are effectively of varied complexities, so that you won't very quickly be able to unlock really advanced technologies, and basically you need to be able to automate further and further to be able to unlock the items that you can create more quickly, so that you can eventually more science packs more quickly, so you can unlock the next technology more quickly, right? It's the way, that's how you progress through the game, really. The first thing that we can make is the science pack 1, the red one. It just takes a copper plate and some iron gear wheels, and you'll see the very bottom it says the total raw is just 5.5 seconds, 2 iron plates and 1 copper. Now, our first main and one of the most important tasks we will do is automating the process of making science packs, because once that's automated, we will suddenly be able to research very fast. At the start, we'll probably do it ourselves, but after a little while, we'll be doing that very quickly. Research lets you unlock a huge, vast amount of production and stuff you can make in automation, etc. For example, one of the things you can make is a transport belt, but twice as fast. Then later on, you double that speed again. So imagine how fast your automation can be at that point. It's really cool. Same with your inserters. You can get a normal inserter, a fast inserter, then you get a stack inserter, which grabs like 3 things, 5 things at a time. Then you can upgrade these through your research as well, right? That kind of stuff's all very cool. Then you can also unlock, if you go into your combat tab under E, you'll see that right now you can make a pistol, firearm magazine, and a radar, which we'll get onto in a moment. You'll eventually be able to make shotguns, like machine guns, turrets, loads of cool stuff. Right, now the radar I said I'd get onto. If you stand where I am, you'll see there's a radar here. It's connected to the power grid, as you can see why that's important, because it seems to be something that requires power. Oh, good point. Good point. So this radar is a very useful thing to get early on. It is also a high target for enemies when they attack our base. So when we get attacked, first of all, we will probably have to defend this radar, because I doubt we'll have walls by that point. We might have walls. So the radar, if you look at your minimap, is now no longer just a square. It's because this radar slowly but surely unlocks more of what we can see. It views it for us, so we don't need to explore. Sure, it doesn't show like a live scan, right? It's just a case of what is there. However, it does actually show you, yeah, you automate scouting, you automate everything, says Sarathis. You do actually, it does actually show a live window of one thing at a time. So if there's anything, any enemies there, it'll show you it. But say, for example, at the bottom left of our screen, if there was an enemy base there right now, we would never know that until we go there. Or until the radar hovers over there again by random chance. So it's not necessarily the best thing ever. But it's useful as well, so we can see where the resources are. Right, you'll see these two things that have been placed here. Two labs. One is built by Copy, one is built by Mr. Wayne here. You can hover over to see who built it, right? These are the labs that will eventually, if you click on them, you'll see the inputs that they can take. They can take 4 different types of science packs. Science Pack 1, Science Pack 2, Science Pack 3, and Science Pack 4. Science Pack 1 and 2 are the things that we can actually make at this moment in time. 3 and 4 are much more advanced for us right now. Next, you'll see 2 little blue tabs. Don't worry about those right now, they're for later. Basically, they're ways of adding modules which make it more efficient, faster, whatever. And you'll see, then you'll see that right now it's turned green because somebody's made a science pack and it's actually making some stuff. And if you look at the top right of our screen, our technology bar has actually gone up slightly. We've done a little bit of research. So one of our main priorities is going to be making more of these science packs. So we'll focus on that just now. Let's try and, as a team, try and make some science packs. So press E, go into your third tab, and hover over what is required for a science pack. You'll see it's a copper plate and an iron gear wheel, and at the very bottom you'll see there's 2 iron plates and some copper. So let's grab some iron. Like, just go up to this and grab like a couple hundred, because we've got loads now that we've automated this process. We've got loads here. Grab some from the chest. Then let's go over to the copper area and see if we can get some here. Okay, you can see that our copper production is a bit slower compared to our production of iron. That's fine, but we're going to have to eventually automate that a little bit further. Okay, now if you've picked up some copper plates and you've picked up some iron plates, you should see that we are now able to, if you press E, create some of these products that are required. In fact, we should be able to make some of the green and the red. I would recommend making them both, but at a rate of maybe 3 red to every 1 green. If you want to make stuff, like say you want to make like 500 of something, you don't need to left click repeatedly, you can right click and it makes a batch of 5 instead of a batch of 1 inside your E tab. Again, if I'm going too fast at any point, let me know. Yeah. So now that we've finished one of the research things, due to the people using these science centers and putting the science packs in them, if you press E, you will see under the first tab that there's actually more stuff unlocked. Most importantly is the long-handed inserter, the red inserter, the 3rd row down. This allows, this basically is the same as a grabber, one of those little handy things up here, except that it still works with electricity, like the ones that we saw down south, but it also can grab from twice as far away. So if you have 2 transport belts next to each other, that's really useful. Pardon me, that's very useful. Cool. Okay, that's the bulk of the majority of basics, I think. Our focus now is going to be further automating what we have. We're going to want to get... Yeah, we're going to want to get more iron quicker. We want to get more coal quicker. We want to get more copper quicker and more stone quicker. Both, if you note, we want to both get the ore farms and the smelted farms of stone in particular. But otherwise, I'm going to let you be free now. From the Ken tutorial. There is more to learn, a vast amount more to learn, but I don't want to overwhelm you, and I want you to explore and try things yourself. Please feel free to try things. Don't worry about doing it the right or wrong way. Yep, totally, please do. If you feel lost as to what to do, just try to automate stuff. Try it out. You know what? But if you're gonna fiddle with anybody else's stuff, please do ask first. But help yourself with the resources though. But try not to change the. Ooh, you know, dude, walk over them. They're so fast.
Yeah, but
yeah, they're quite inefficient to make, but they're worth it over time.
Okay, we just aren't there yet. Just checking. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I was thinking about doing something like that. Yep. Yep. Yeah. How far do the long ones reach? Well, I'm just looking at how close these poles are over here. Or
You
belts.
could move them back one.
Yeah, just again, you're welcome to move things around. Just make sure you don't. Just be careful not to break things. If you're unsure how something works, ask or make your own and try out as well. But the thing is, just be careful about not breaking other people's stuff because I don't want everyone to get upset as well. You know. Right,
You are
awesome.
going to need them a lot. In fact,
Yeah, because you can imagine having belts everywhere, right? They're going to be a pain in the ass. So what you do is you just make them disappear under the ground, right?
yeah, but those robots are fairly slow compared to belts. That's the problem with them. Yep.
Nah, ideally you just have hundreds of robots.
Yeah, you automate robot production too, in the end.
Another cool thing over here, if anybody's interested, is next to Cerathis. Cerathis has gotten the belt. So over here we have our iron production, right? It passes all the smelted iron onto a belt, which is then passed along here, put into a chest, and then we have a couple of inserters that pass the raw iron or the smelted iron into a processing machine, an assembling machine, which then turns it into pipes. So that when we want to pass water around, we actually have a method, or oil, we have a method of doing that, and the pipes are pre-made,
Yeah.
so we don't need to worry about them anymore.
Yeah, you don't have to produce 500 pipes. You have to, but machine does it for you.
BRB.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. That's what I ran into. Yeah.
Oops. You know what this is? You know what that is? That is from playing too much freaking Diablo 3 because I'm pointing trying to move and not using WASD.
Or a stack inserter later. Yeah, but if you pave over grass, grass absorbs some pollution. Yeah, not as much as forest, but it helps a little bit. Yep. At this point we could remove all these burner drills.
Oh, I saw that in the video. Yeah.
Broke everything, guys. Everything was broken.
We need more power.
So Kira's at her apartment, and she's like, "Oh my God, it's my one day off, and I just want to fuck off on the computer all day." And I'm like, "Yeah, do that." she's like getting all down on herself about goofing off. I'm like, "No, what are you doing? Do the right thing. Stop. Just sit and relax." And like I was telling Ken, this is the time of year where we make all the money that will sustain us over the summertime. So a day off is rare, and she's just like in that mode where it's like, oh my God, I'm not doing laundry and cleaning, and it's like, oh, I'm just better at this than she is.
I'm back. Sorry, dogs needed out. It's looking good, Earth. Sorry, I chose automation too, but I don't think we're quite fast enough to make enough ingredients for this. I'm going to choose one of the other ones. Yeah, I think you're right. Probably easier. Boom, we've got armor crafting. But hold off on armor. Armor's crap. Go for armor 2. It's so cheap. It's just totally worth doing, getting heavy armor. Also, if you look at the map and you stand kind of north, kind of where copy is, you'll see the very top left is the first enemy base within reach. Yeah, the red blob up there. So, yes, don't run near them.
And they spawn like rabbits.
I'm just gonna go for a walk, guys. See ya.
It will be your last. So, Earth, that's good. It looks like you got a good little system here, but you'll notice there's a problem here, right? You've got these 4 furnaces, and they're clearly everything's working fine, but we don't have enough copper being made. So what you can do is get rid of this this electric drill at the end, and put a couple facing downwards, kind of like in the same place as the furnace, same X coordinate as the furnace, and have them along here instead, facing down onto a transport belt, so that we have more ore being produced, so that it can have pass more in.
Yeah, I just needed to make another one. I was just getting everything set up first.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
And there's also one small problem with this setup. How are you going to remove the finished copper plates? You can use long-handed inserters.
I've placed a bunch of lamps around the place, by the way, just so you'll notice at night time it's a bit brighter. Not enough, but enough just for now.
So, how do you check?
I'm just
Oh,
going
I
to
see. Okay.
produce a line for what's it, transport belts. We are going to need a lot of them. Oh yeah, well, first comes gears.
I'm just placing a couple gun turrets around the place as well, so that just in case, I doubt we'll get attacked for a while, but I don't know if it is faster with multiplayer, but I'd rather have some defense just in case.
It's as fast as you set it up.
Oh, that's
Do we
quite
need
slow
more
then.
than one radar? Should we start branching out?
You
Well,
only
it
ever need
makes
one.
exploding
You can have
faster.
more, which has the benefit of showing more active places at once. But what's of more benefit is having them more spread out. So if we had one in the very bottom left corner, for example, one in the very top right, bottom right, and top left, then we could it would explore further that way. But otherwise, it's not really necessary, and it takes a lot of energy, so it's not worth wasting electricity.
They remove a larger portion of fog of war, but other than that, yeah, it's usually 1 is enough. Now I'm going to pass it all on to the next assembler. Yeah. I usually don't store gears.
Yeah, usually on the belt.
Yeah, but yeah, but this is not my proper setup. It's just something to make it easier for the others to muck about. So they don't have to hand produce all the transport belts.
What is the gun turret telling us it wants?
Ammo. So if you press E, go into your 4th tab, the second thing down is ammo. Ammo takes 2 iron plates to be made. It takes quite a while though, because you don't want to just put in like 1 magazine. That'll last like maybe 3 seconds. It'll probably kill something, but it won't last very long. So really you want each one to have about 100 or so, ideally, which is the max. So I'm currently working on that. It takes a long time to build enough ammo. Eventually you'll make that automated as well, of course.
So you're doing it manually.
Oh, also you'll see the lights are all turning on for the first time. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you, Ando.
All right, I'm making ammo too.
Good man. That's appreciated. Yeah. Mm-hmm. For example, engines can't be made in your by hand. They need to be made by machines. Hey, you got nice armor. All right, I'm gonna go for military because it's only 10 red, which means we get shotguns, we get submachine guns, and we get shotgun shells.
No idea. I'm just producing it. We're going to need a lot of it. Go ahead. Go ahead. I just got some more. Yeah.
Oh, just found a problem with one of the. Actually, this is quite a useful thing to learn, guys. If anyone's interested, at the very left-hand side here, there's a weird little error that I took a few seconds to work out there. This little section I'm sitting at that has an electric mining drill on the left-hand side, has a furnace in the middle, and a burner miner on the right, which just mines coal, right? It just stopped, and I was trying to work out why, and I realized that if you hover over the electric mining drill, you'll see the expected resources at the bottom have iron and coal. Now, if you actually hover over again and look at the colored tiles nearby, you'll see the area which it affects. Basically meaning that approximately 1% of the, well, approximately 5% of the time or so, it mines a coal. and when it tries to pass a coal into the miner or into the furnace, sorry, it fails because it's already, well, at the time it was already full of coal. So it was trying to pass in a coal. The coal miner was trying to pass in a coal. There was no iron left, and so it just stopped because it was expecting an iron from this, not a coal. So what you had to fix that, you just move it slightly to the left so that it doesn't actually have a chance of ever mining any coals by mistake, and for that situation to arise where there's lots of fuel but nothing to burn, and then there's a handover process which is failing. Wayne, do you mind if I split your coal makers up here so that some of them go over to the left over here? And we can start having some of these furnaces being fueled by the coal?
That's mine.
Oh,
But
sorry,
go
there's
ahead.
G-Byte. I just assumed because you're standing next to it. Just I see all these generators up here are all currently being fueled by hand, so I think it'd be nice and efficient if we could get these all done by.
Say we need to start on more electricity. We need to build another pump station here. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
I mean, showing us is fine. I don't see any problems just yet.
All right. Yep. Gotta find the burners.
General protocol for if we're ever attacked. I recommend, one, making sure that you always have ammo on you. Don't try and find yourself without being able to defend yourself. Second, run towards a turret if you're not already within proximity. You can hover over a turret to see its approximate range. It will defend the shit out of you. It will defend you so hard. It will just shoot. Yeah, they're great. They're much more efficient at killing than we are. If you are alone, again, just to highlight what was said earlier, just hover over the enemy and hold space. It'll automatically shoot from whatever gun you're currently holding, and you just need to hover over the enemy. They do move fast, so you need to move your mouse fast with them. But just keep holding
yeah, really
space.
fast. Feel free to make a submachine gun and the light armor.
Yes, feel free. to improve upon your previous processes.
Gotta get more resources. Yep, I gotta grab resources.
Yeah, there's an achievement for crafting only 111 items manually. Yep. Yeah, less than 111 pieces crafted manually for the rocket to launch.
Huh.
It's certainly doable.
Oh, it's definitely doable, but it's probably more difficult that way because,
It's a self-imposed challenge.
well, it's not just efficiency, right? It's actually you're actually being inefficient because you crafting things speeds it up because you can do that while also creating your other stuff, right? So
It's for hardcore people, like no Death Dark Souls run.
yes, people who enjoy that kind of thing.
Yes. I have a friend who finished Dark Souls 2 without dying. Yeah, she's crazy.
I think you'd have to be.
Pretty much, yes. He also has like 4 realm firsts on World of Warcraft. Back when that
It's
was
impressive.
a thing. I would say scary.
There.
How do you pick up stuff off the belt again?
F.
Touching it.
Okay, all of our turrets have some ammo. Not all of them have many, though. Sorry.
I already had one built.
Okay, I'm making like 120 of each science pack right now, so I think I'm covering the science thing.
And why are you making that by hand?
By head.
You are doing it wrong.
Because it was a kickstart. Sweet.
That's the next thing we really need work on.
Science pack automation.
Start by making. Well, we're probably gonna need what, 3 assemblers? Okay, I made 2.
Can I make
I'm
one?
over by the science buildings. Where you at?
Hando, of course you can help. Wayne, could you also guide
there you are.
Hando with the assembly machines?
Gotcha. Yep.
Should I put one right next to it?
Oh, sorry, copy.
I have almost 200.
Sure. There'd probably be a quicker way from right above it. Okay. Yeah, this mine. Yeah.
That's a
Those are
bit
memory
cramped.
pull, just because I need to redo this whole area to make it efficient. Because I was bored, I didn't want it all just. I have long arms.
So which does it matter which one? And the arrow needs to be facing towards the chest, right?
The underground one. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
I have belts, not underground ones.
There's a bunch of belts in this one where I'm standing. If you need. I'm making a stockpile of belts in this chest if you need. Because they take quite a while to make by hand.
There is a top storage here if people just need regular copper plate. Yeah. Okay.
How many do you think we need? Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. Yep. Oh, I have to put two next to each other. Is that the thing?
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to move it away from here so it's not as cramped. Just it near this stone field. And feel free to grab stuff off the belt.
With that. Okay. Well, the problem is powering. We'll have to just.
Yeah.
User left your channel.
So, do
Nope,
you mind
that's not
terribly
right.
if I recreate the ammo making machine?
Sure, go ahead. Feel
Thank
free
you.
to use all these iron in the belts.
Is that right?
Great, thank you.
Hmm.
Bullshit.
Actually, a long-handed inserter could place the gears into the head. Yeah, that also works.
And how did you tell it to build red science stuff? Yeah. I guess my question is, are you designating it to just build something?
Where's the ammo factory?
I'm just making it now. There it is.
Do you want one for shotguns too?
Yeah, sounds good. Be fairly easy with you if you use red. If you do the same makeup as this one, but you do a red filter on the bottom as well, so that it long grabs from the copper, it should be really easy to make.
Oh. Would a long grabber grab from both?
No, you can see where it grabs by
So
that
I would
line.
need two then.
Yeah, you probably need. Yeah, I just use this bus setup. It's pretty boring and takes up a lot of space, but very flexible.
Just BT dubs, I'm going to run around the base and replace everything with fast inserters that I can.
I didn't do anything.
Oh, did I do it the wrong way? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm dummy.
Feel free to upgrade the assembling machine 1 to assembling machine 2.
I shall
They
eventually.
They
I'll
are
right back.
faster. Yep. Tough. Yeah, once you get to 4 ingredients, it gets pretty crazy.
Yeah. To say the least. What was that,
That's
sorry?
when things get a little bit trickier. Yeah. The next version will be even worse. There will be 7 different science packs.
Yeah, especially when it comes to defenses, because very shortly, once I'm planning on building a big stone production just now, so that we can pave everything like Copy's been very dutifully working on, and very much appreciate Copy. I'd like to make it much bigger, so that we can also work on our walls, which takes a buttload of stone. Like we need to like maybe quadruple, maybe even more than that, our stone output to do that in a timely manner. And once we do that, well, the walls will go around the main base, right? I'll make it extend out a fair bit extra just so that we have a lot of expansion room. However, if you want to go outside, that's fine. Just be aware of the fact that you are leaving the safety of the home. And you might feel safe by putting your, having your inventory sparse and going armed to the teeth.
Can you scrap the old burning mine drills? Well, I've got rid of them, so I have some I've pulled out. Can you scrap
Yes,
them?
you put it in a chest and then you shoot the chest. You shoot it, yep.
How do you shoot?
C?
Spacebar?
Is C for the main way?
Yeah, just put them in this wooden chest, all the stuff you don't need, like your handguns. You are going to use the submachine gun anyway, so just get rid of the handgun
I use shotguns, I like shotguns.
and the shotgun. And the flamethrower.
I'm not a big fan of the flamethrower, it's too much effort.
Yeah, it's better at clearing forests.
I like the shotgun for that as well. And I also I usually make my frag grenades have like really automated so that I have hundreds. And then that's just how I clear everything for forests and enemy
Actually,
bases.
the best forest clearing tool is the poison grenade. Yeah, it clears a huge area on its own. No?
How do you change what weapon you're using?
You. Yeah, by the way, we have some steel. If you want to, you can upgrade to steel axes.
Where's the steel line at?
I didn't create a steel line.
It's up here.
Just yet.
Just up there.
It's here.
Feel free to make it more automated. Is anybody trying to automate the signs green packs yet? Oh, okay, cool. Good man. Only advice is make sure you put it in a place that we can expand it so that we can, not just make one batch of it, but maybe like 10. So we have a huge amount of it coming out. So what are your thoughts so far, Hando and Earth?
I am. Everyone is doing everything so fast. I'm having trouble finding a way to fit in.
Yeah, it's. Sorry about that. It's like that. How to start things off. Yeah, and there are the campaign bases have a few basic layouts to give you ideas. Like this one, I made this 3 lines here. This one is used in the second mission. You can't really, the game is about making yourself obsolete. Yeah.
Oh, you can upgrade everything?
You could help me create a bunch of stone furnaces. I mean, not stone, steel furnaces. Just grab some steel and bricks. And you can upgrade stuff without removing them first, just override them. So you can upgrade assembling machine 1 with an assembling machine 2 just by clicking an assembling machine 2 on it.
Good point.
Same with furnaces.
How do you upgrade?
This one down here, the yellow ones to the gray ones.
No, just what key upgrades them?
Just produce the steel furnaces and place them on top of the
Gotcha.
stone furnaces. They even keep all the productions.
Still line going.
Where do we make our transport belts? I seem to be making them manually a lot. Oh, that's why I don't see my screen.
I just got an achievement for triggering an alien attack.
Nice.
You are going to hate that sound really, really much.
Where are we making the belts at?
I don't know. I don't see anywhere. We were making a top left earlier, but I don't think we're doing it anymore.
Yes, I tore down all the stuff up at north because that was pretty lame with all the burner drills.
It's okay. I can make some myself.
First, just grab some steel from this iron chest here. And some stone bricks from the stone brick production place. That's a good setup, Earth. You can just split the coal here with a splitter and use another batch of inserters to feed the furnaces for the steel.
Yeah, that was.
I just noticed where Copy is.
Oh, she's building a wall.
Hey, Trump copy.
Yeah.
No, did just automate stone production down at the bottom right with a bunch of steel furnaces, so it's super fast. If anyone's interested. Yes, for Copy's walls and for the floor. It will probably expand a bit further, so it's not quite good enough yet.
So, what is... I imagine that these walls can be broken down.
Yes, they can. So if you ever want to repair a wall, if you press E, go to your second tab, and the third thing on the first row right now is called Repair Pack. It can be used to repair absolutely anything. It's completely magical. So you just click on that, you make it, and then once it's in your quick bar, you click on the repair pack, then you click on the thing you want to fix and you hold down, and then that'll just repair it over time. You need to hold down on it for maybe 3 seconds or something like that, depending on how well it's damaged. But that'll heal machines, it'll heal turrets, it'll heal anything, right? Your car, which will eventually have cars, anything, tanks.
Walls.
Where is that again?
So just press E, it's your second tab, and the third thing along on the first bar, Repair Pack.
You might as well create a production line for repair packs too.
Yeah, eventually we'll need that as well. But I always carry at least 5 on me. Just at the very start of the game is one of the first things I make, just in case. Our electricity is very low. We are in dire need of more.
That was my bad, sorry, I'm on it.
Cool, good man. Oh, we're running low on coal, I think.
Yeah, I had to. Well, we ran out of coal, so the coal miners shut down.
Ah.
So now if I put a gun behind the wall, does it shoot? It'll only shoot to the wall or
No, it's okay.
It
It shoots magically over it.
Not enough.
I'm building more, don't worry.
Now, if the guns start firing, are we alerted to it?
Yes. Good question, Hendo.
It's a really, really annoying sound.
Yeah,
My,
eventually we attack. Eventually, we're always under attack, and you'll just be like, "Oh, shut up! I don't care. I've got I've got lasers here handling it, man. I don't need it. I don't need to be told." And the corpses don't go away, so eventually you just walk towards your gates, and you gotta like walk over like a pile of like 3,000 monster corpses. Well, I think they do eventually, but it's only on map reload, I think.
Can you harvest them too?
No, but if you go into their base and destroy their base, some of the buildings drop these alien gemstones, which are used to make our science pack 3s.
4s. Science pack 4.
4s, sorry, 4s. Also, very good idea with the wall copy using the water that way. That was very smart, because they can't pass water, and it means that we don't have to build a wall just pretty much forever. It means we can stop at certain places. That was good.
But it works like tower defense. If they don't have a road to the base, they're going to knock down the walls. You can actually leave a gap and place a bunch of conveyor belts to slow them down.
Huh, smart. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and you can build self-replicating minefields and such.
Ah, yes, I knew that. Yeah, the robot. You can get robots to do that for you as well, so that it's a bit easier.
How did this underground belt get damaged?
Somebody probably shot it.
Probably, yes.
I'm moving some of the turrets over to the wall. We will need more, though.
More gun turrets.
Yeah, but don't worry, I'll get on it. I'm enjoying doing these little tasks running around.
This is not good. There's coal on both lines on the brick maker. Sooner or
shit.
later it's going to fill up with coal.
Oh, it's because we started using coal on 2 lines in the other one. I was wondering why that happened. Okay, I can fix that.
Thank you for the gates.
Yeah, I thought they'd be useful next. Speaking of which, we still need to improve our science production. It's still pretty slow.
Done.
Good man.
Where do you need it? I have one made already. Really thing.
I actually created a line for gears a bit further down.
I hate when you run out of wood when you're making cables. The
Yeah,
one thing we
should
never
upgrade
automate.
upgrade to the second poles.
Yeah. Oh shit, this is still a problem. I'll move my coal thing up a little bit so you can keep adding to that production there, Sarathis.
Do we need to get green started here? They going?
I usually use an add-on that lets me configure where the inserter places stuff, so I can use both sides of a belt. Because this, you need a splitter. You need to resort to tricks without an add-on. Pretty annoying. And we are a bit low on iron.
Oh, it is slowing down, isn't it? So copy, if you want more stone, there's a whole bunch of it being made at the bottom right of the base. Feel free to grab as you need.
Many thanks.
Also, feel free to expand on it, and I know it's not the fastest thing right now, especially when we're gonna, because I'm gonna start doing some more paving just now in a probably less Christian manner than you have. The grass is horrible and arid anyway.
Copy and I are now officially part of the Defense Department.
Well, feel free to improve on our ammo production. I think that's one of our weak points right now. And we also definitely need more turrets. In fact, I would recommend having the turrets in groups of 4, then building a wall around them next to the wall itself, so that if there's ever a breach, they still can survive long enough to kill off the enemies. Also, we need to defend ourselves on the right-hand side too, so I'd recommend another wall there. Preferably further out than that one, so that we have a nice big space to protect ourselves. Also, you'll notice the huge enemy base at the bottom right of the screen.
Oh, that's a pretty big one.
Yeah. I'm gonna... Yeah. My favorite technique is to go over, like, just close enough that they can't attack, drop one turret, fill it with ammo, move a little bit further close, just within the turret's range, so as they approach me, they get mauled down by the turret, and then I place another turret, fill that full, yeah, turret crawl, right, and then eventually the turrets just destroy their base, and but as they spawn, they die quickly. Yeah. Well, that one in the bottom right, we couldn't do. Even with all of us, it's pretty big. The top left one, we could probably do, but it depends if it's grown or not since.
So how do you add modules to an assembly machine?
We need to research modules first. We haven't got them yet.
They're pretty deep down the tech tree.
Plus, they come at a cost that we need to discuss. For example, extra speed costs a lot more electricity, I believe. Or you can have a chance of getting like double the materials, but then again, it costs a lot of speed and efficiency and so on. So it's always a trade-off.
How long do you figure until we get attacked?
It's pollution based, so usually it's when we have a buttload of steel furnaces. Currently we have 6, I think. Oh no, we got way more than that. Yeah, we got like 20 right now, so I don't know, maybe once we get like 40, but soonish. It'll be a scouting attack more than anything, but yeah, well, more walls would be nice. Again, loads of brick in the bottom right, and perhaps we should focus on more ammo production soon. And armor,
and
we
we
need
also
armor.
don't have any forest and grass to absorb the pollution here. If you look at the map, you can see that the pollution disappears near the big enemy base because all the trees and the grass absorb it. But the pollution to the other side of the map, it's way beyond the scouting range, because that's a desert. There's nothing actually absorbing the pollution there. There are a lot of complex systems in the background in this game. Like the aliens evolve based on how much pollution they absorb.
Yeah, you eventually get ranged aliens and armored aliens and big ass aliens and like ground worm aliens that shoot and stuff. It gets pretty intense, and you have to change your tactics as they change. Okay, I'm gonna make some armor. Does anybody already have armor? I'm gonna make armor for everybody otherwise.
I have
Armor
heavy
already.
armor right now, so you can give it to somebody else.
Okay. Does anybody who doesn't have armor, I should say? Okay, I'm gonna make some big armor. I need some more steel though, so we'll have to hold on for some more steel.
There's plenty of steel.
Nope, there's only 75 at the moment.
Which one are you looking at for steel?
Is this not the only range? Is there more being built elsewhere?
Grab it out of this top one up here.
Yep, that's where I was. Not got any more anywhere else.
Got some on me. Throw some back.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I can now make 2.
There you go.
I need 2 more to make a 3rd. So is me, Wayne, who else needs some?
Seratis.
Serathis, okay. So I'm making 3 now.
Yeah, I've placed the chest with some transport belts if you need.
Transport belts.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, cool, thank you. Okay, so in the shotgun ammo thing, I'm gonna put some of the armor, okay? Okay, there's 2 in that chest right next to me right now. I'll stay next to it until it's gone. So Wayne and Serathis, come grab your armor. Then you look cool like me.
Steel baby. I don't think it actually shows on the character model. Does it show? Oh yes, it shows. Never noticed.
Cool. Okay. Does everybody have ammo? If not, come grab some as well. Make sure you have at least 50 ammo, but ideally you want to get a new weapon soon as well.
And an SMG would be useful.
They're fairly cheap as well. If not, you can get a shotgun if you'd rather.
The good thing about this SMG that it auto targets and doesn't damage your buildings.
True. Shotgun definitely damages everything, and that's kind of what I like about it. It's badass. Can we increase our iron production any further? It'd be nice to have some more as well,
I'm
but
on
still.
it.
Good man. It's nice playing with a bunch of people. It's making this whole process a lot easier. Okay, I'll go with a submachine gun instead of a shotgun. I guess it's sensible.
Okay.
So when you actually like make the rocket and it blasts off, is that like what happens after that?
You can keep playing if you want, but it technically it's game over. There is no proper campaign yet. You can automate rocket launches and try to increase the pace at how quickly you can launch a rocket.
I mean, the game is the game itself. Like, don't worry too much with the end condition. I feel like they just added that in as a way to say this is where the game technically ends.
Were you trying to get
Like
more?
the
Iron there,
what is
Ken?
it? The thing in Minecraft.
Yeah, like the Ender Dragon.
Yeah, it's a bit meh. What was that? Sorry.
Were you
whoever
trying
was
to get
speaking?
more iron?
Yes, but I believe Sarathis is working on it. I
Well,
think.
this chest over by me has 750.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, cool. I had no idea. Oh no, Earth, that's stone.
Oh, stone. Sorry, that's iron chest.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Weird how you can like pave the mining, like the mines that hold stone on them. Like you can like build stone underneath them.
And it still keeps mining afterwards. It looks like we have an overabundance of copper, but once we get further up the tech tree, it's going to be yeah, very fast.
Not long until the gates.
We only have one science production of each. It's going to take a while.
Yeah, it's definitely the next stage we need to improve. Gates are finished. For our interest, we got some grenades we manufactured in the bottom right as well, which I will be using to destroy that base at the top left shortly. And I'm happy to have an entourage to view the spectacle.
I have heavy armor and a lot of bullets and a lot of time.
And no bubble gum.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
This is a bit cramped. I need to step up the iron production. Electricity too.
We're just working on something silly just now because it was cheap. So yeah, we can do that. We do electricity 1 now. Good man.
We need to step up the research pack production to 1 and 2 production is not enough.
I agree. Also, our iron could still be improved a bit more.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Got loads of ore. I think it's more the processing over this taking a bit. Oh yeah, you are on that bit. Good.
Yeah, I underestimated how much iron we need.
Yeah. It's the steel takes up so much is all. Which means my end of the line frag grenade unit has only made 2 grenades so far. Copy. What are you exploring up there for?
I'm putting a wall up.
Good place for it, actually. Nice idea. Yeah, we should have a wall there, then a wall from the bottom of the lake just to our south all the way to the east as far as we can. It's a big place to defend, but there's a lot of us here, and we'll need the space. Especially when we start building solar panels everywhere.
Oh no, I'm under attack.
Run! Run and shoot.
Preferably at the enemy. Come towards me, Copy L. Well, I've got some guns on me.
I died.
Nah, don't worry. Yeah,
It's
you just
okay.
respawn.
Death has no penalties.
It does the
Not
single
in-
player.
You have to reload.
How'd you die, Copy?
Enemies found me. They're getting really close to where we are.
Yeah,
There's a
they'll
nest
slowly
and-
close in.
They keep spawning new bases.
So do I lose
Yeah.
all my stuff or do I have to go back and find it?
You can go back and find it, I think. They won't be there anymore if you've ran because they'll only stay near their base. However, if you have built any walls, they'll probably destroy them because they see it as a military construct and they take priority, such as radars, right?
Where did I heard it before?
I don't see my stuff.
I don't either. I thought it would drop, but honestly, I haven't died before, so.
Okay. Good to know.
Oh, cool. Your walls are fine as well. Good. That's good. Oh, I see some. Yeah, these are some roaming. Yeah, here they are. Here they come. Shoot! Fire! Hold C on them, or spacebar, and back up while you're shooting. Good work. Okay, that's the biters dead. Let's see if we can take down that base quickly. So just come with me. Don't stop attacking. Just
You'll
keep
see your
firing.
space bar?
Will do.
I'm going to take out their biter. The throwers take priority, yeah? Don't stop firing. Hold space. Don't ever let go of space. Hover over the enemies. Cool. Okay, let's get that base down. Nice grenade. Yeah, throw those bad boys. Fire at the same time. Very good. And Ando, since you brought the grenades, feel free to go pick up the stuff. You just walk over to it and hold F. Good man. There's your free stuff. Well, let's head back. So you may have lost some stuff, Copy,
Successful
but
raid.
hey, we successfully got some of their eggs or whatever, so there's that. So yeah, those eggs are made for the production of the next tier, the second next tier of stuff. So eventually we're going to want to farm them. Sadly, we can't really automate that.
Not
should I put
without
these?
mods.
So where should I put my alien artifacts?
Put it in a chest somewhere.
Yeah, just build a round wooden chest somewhere and dunk it in there. Not in a chest with something else, Hando. You fud. Stealing the ammo and then leaving your gemstones behind.
Hey, keep your hands off my eggs.
We are going to need faster transport belts for all the iron ore. It's getting congested.
Yeah, I agree.
They're inserters is what we need. Or actual.
Fast transporters, so we're going to need to research that soon.
It's under logistics.
Yeah, you're definitely right with the faster thing, because right now the iron isn't even reaching the grenades area anymore. Plus, people need iron for making stuff, right? So people keep going over and grabbing off the belt, which is fine, but we just aren't making enough for it. Okay, we've got some walls being auto-built at the bottom right as well now, copy. So if you want some extra walls, they're there as well. Same with you, Hendo, or anybody really. Make use of all that stone we're making now automatically. Oh, our turrets just took out something. I don't know what.
Kind of ran out of space for iron production. By the way, I think you can increase the size of the brush for laying stone.
You can?
Yeah,
How?
with numpad plus and minus.
Ah, beautiful. I wish I knew that years ago. Ah, that was awesome. Thank you for that, Sarthis. Crazy that was like 20 minutes of production that I just dropped in like 30 seconds. Boom.
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
So when you're drawing with your bricks, I guess, which is a weird thing to say, numpad plus and minus. Sorry, I know I'm destroying your design here, copy, but I'm just trying to cover up the bits that we walk on most first.
Mine's not working.
So are you currently
Maybe you
trying
have
to draw
to
the
engage
bricks?
numlock.
Yeah.
Was that electricity one we just did?
Yes.
Oh, it's medium. Oh no, I did do it. Well done. Okay, cool.
You want to start replacing the ones we have?
Nah, it's not. It's not a big
Okay.
deal.
With the
But
same
much smaller
footprint as the
footprint.
mediums?
Yeah, medium 4.
Do you want meat, but not the big ones?
The buggies are getting irritated.
How do you know?
I just shot one. Fortunately, I happened to be right where he was heading.
Nice. Oh yeah, there's quite a lot of corpses over here actually. I'm gonna go destroy that base to the top left. I have sufficient ammo, armor, and I have 60 grenades on me, so should be fine. Mostly that, yes. Time to burn some people that are slightly different than me.
You could be a marine in the US Army.
Yes,
This way
but
of thinking.
not one with allies though. Don't stand in the grenade area. Don't stand close to grenades. Die, innocents. Alright, Earth, feel free to grab some eggs. We all
Just seeing
learned
there's
some.
another base close. It
Oh, there
just
is.
spawned.
Just to the west. Okay, I'm gonna go have a look at... let me scout it first before we go in, guys.
There are 2 small turrets and 3 nests.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's go in. Hold space to fire. Hover your cursor over the enemies. Make sure you have ammo. Oh, there's a lot of them there. There was attack.
Nice diversion.
Alright, let's go in.
Is there any way to plant trees?
No.
Damn druids. Wow, I actually ran out of ammo. That's why I got for attacking 3 bases in a row.
Space Marines!
No, wait, I've still got my... Wait, I can move some over.
Yeah, we should probably upgrade to the piercing bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, these nests absorb all the damage, most of the damage from regular bullets.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to make a good line for that with where stuff's sitting at.
Guys, really... Okay, I think we need to get turrets going, and we need to finish this wall, because right now our right-hand side is completely open. And that's kind of where the dangerous base is, at the bottom right. The one that I don't think we can take out just yet.
Where was that chest with all the stone wall stuff?
Right about over here, where I am. Nice advancement on the science stuff, guys. Oh, and iron. Nice to see that we've actually got some spare now. No, that's looking good, dude. In fact, we can probably speed up just by a couple of better inserters, actually. There we go. Very slight improvement, but every improvement's an improvement.
And now we are low on iron, I mean copper plates.
Hey, we got the fast belts.
Cool.
Good show. I was going to recommend that one as well. Okay, I'm making 35 fast belts, which costs a buttload. Well, have a look. It takes transfer belts and iron gear wheels, so yeah.
We should get a chest for spare belts and spare inserters too.
I see that the ammo... Oh, there we go. They've been replaced. Cool. Good on you guys, whoever that was.
Do you want to start going up from here?
Okay, which belts should we do first? Iron?
Yes, that needs to be upgraded quick.
That'll be the initial iron, right? The ore?
Yes. Beautiful.
Okay, I've done as much as I could there. I'll keep going. I'm going to upgrade all the belts, guys. Don't you guys worry about doing the red transport belts. I'll also do any switches that I see as well. Then I'll do the undergrounds. So just concentrate on everything else. I'll do all that stuff. Please note, I will be stealing a buttload of iron to do all this. That would be very useful. Thank you. This is good fun, guys. I'm really enjoying the teamwork aspect of this. Yeah.
Not as entertaining doing it solo.
I enjoy the sound effects.
Yeah, they're cool. It's just oddly satisfying, this whole thing. Like, it's
Yeah,
just,
it's kind of relaxing.
it's very soothing. It's you just lose yourself in it. When I first started playing, I lost like a week. Often I'd just be like, oh shit, it's 3 a.m. I was supposed to go to bed at like 9. In fact, even tonight, I should have gone to bed like half an hour ago, actually.
So at my primary client, the director has changed. The account managers have all changed. This has all happened within a number of weeks. So basically, everybody that worked there that I got to know and liked, and had a nice like reputation or repertoire with, is changed over. And no offense to the younger folks here, but the director is 24 years old.
Jesus, that's dumb.
And he just hired. Now, I'm too expensive to be hired in this position. I could have taken it if I wanted to. If I said, give it to me, they would have said okay. And the rate would have been a lot less. But they hired this complete meathead of a guy to be put in a supervisory position. And it's like, this is the beauty of being a freelancer. I can just say, I'm walking away, bye. Like, I don't like any of this. I don't know you guys, and the people that you're putting in place are not qualified. So there's no, I'm just going to say, in the future, I'm already booked, I'm not available, and, that's just going to be the end of it. But it just, to see, like, something change so quickly.
Yeah, a company's going to nosedive,
because
it's tough to learn a position like that. It's nuanced and it's difficult and it's all about contacts, right? So a drastic change like that could be disastrous.
Yeah, and it's I imagine, like, even not just like 5-7 years ago, when I would have been in a position where I would be like, well, this is my job now, and these are the people in charge, and I just have to sit here and take it. It's like I feel it's it kind of bothers me that this place that I actually the building and everything, like all those pictures that I send you guys, like most of them are from this place. And just to like not be able not to be able to work in this environment where you can create so many fun, cool things, like to know that I won't be there as often is bothering me. But also knowing that I can just pick up and walk away, it's just I don't have to put up with any of the stress and any of the it's just so liberating.
Yeah, that's good, dude. That is satisfying.
I recommend everyone be a freelancer for whatever you do.
Can I be a freelance researcher?
I'm sure.
I actually tried to work in go into contract work when I was HP. I was trying to leave to do contract work as opposed to a PhD. Or not as opposed to, it was more of a... I decided to do something I planned to do later in life earlier for my PhD. But anyway, I almost did, and I applied for a whole bunch of positions as freelance, and oh man, the pay would have been so good.
Yeah.
Like the guys who were like starting positions were like 120 a day, £120, so that's just like $150 a day. And these guys are not experts. Like they would walk in and be like, I don't know what I'm doing, and then they'd sit in the back room for like 3 days, just do nothing. Like they pretend that they knew what they're doing. It was ridiculous. The guys who are actually good, like my boss at the time there, like well my work boss, not my. But anyway, my work boss was a contractor, but he was there for 3 years straight because he just knew his shit. He just knew it inside out. Saeed, his name was, great guy, and he, oh my god, he was on like 600 a day. So he actually lived in London, and he commuted every single day. He would fly up to Glasgow every morning and back every night, and he'd pay it himself. He'd just pay it because it was just like, whatever, I'm making 600 a day, who gives a shit? Yeah, that's, he had a family and stuff, but they saw him every night, you know, as far as they were concerned. It's probably a quicker commute than living in London anyway. Mm-hmm. But, yeah. He's a lucky man. I mean, it's a boring as hell job, but somebody's got to do it. And hey, for that price.
Yeah. There's a really bad storm going on here.
This might be a little dumb. I don't know if you guys will like this idea, but what I usually do with this, with only the science lab stuff, is I actually make it like go a lot further than it should. Then I make it rotate around and circle itself, just so that we actually have a big bit of extra. Because later on we're going to end up using all this and then run out again, right? So why not
Yeah,
just make it just
same
keep
here.
generating now? Oh, we will get there.
That's a pain. Well, we probably shouldn't build it in the middle of this place because there's not enough space for the third tier of science. Oh, a lot of things. Requires, yeah, plastic. It requires filter inserters, advanced circuits, and batteries. Oh, something's under attack. We need to place turrets. Yeah.
I can't even see this wall on the map. Why is that?
It's too thin, not thick enough.
Yeah, you need like 2 or 3 layers we see on the map. It's cool. So I'm currently getting slowed down by technically iron again. Iron and
I'm working
cogwheels.
on it.
Okay, thank you. I've managed to automate most of the iron supply of track stuff. Just beware, we're under attack bottom left. I think we're okay though. The turret seems to be handling it. Yeah, turret got it fine. And that turret now has 2 kills. That's our first base attack from the walls.
Oh, so the reason I bought up all that work stuff is I have to be there tomorrow morning at 7, which sucks.
No Labor Day over there.
That's come and gone. That's not going to come around till September. Oil.
Hey, that's the next step.
Now the environmentalists are going to come after us.
This wall on the right, by the way, it's fairly close because we can't actually access the oil anymore. We may need to extend it all the way to the right to the sea to the right. And yes, the environmentalists, those scary, scary environmentalists will be after us. Yeah, just scouts. But I imagine that means there's probably a base nearby. Well, I'll need to go. I'll need to go investigate that soon. I've got 100 frag grenades on me, but I've got next to no ammo. I like to go back, get some.
There's plenty of ammo in the
Cool. Okay, I think me and Sarthis are going to go deal with it. Try and find it first, though.
Deal with what?
No, sorry, that's Sarthis. Earthweaver. Didn't even. I just assumed it was Sarthis for some reason. I didn't even read the tag.
Imagine this with 80 people. We have enough of everything here. Yeah, we should start stocking up on oil.
I don't see any bases out here, and we've been... Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a biggie. Well, it's medium-sized. We should be okay. We got armor piercing and our armor on, so just make sure you use grenade. Do you have grenades as well, Earth?
Nope. I'll just shoot things with shot.
How do you drop grenades?
Select it and click. Select and click on the... Or you mean on the ground for him to pick up? Or just using it?
No, just dropping it for somebody else to use.
I'm not sure if you can do that without a crate.
Oh, cool. Good crate. There you go. 50 grenades. So just put them in put a hotkey like 1, 2, or 3 is the best place for them. Then select them and then you'll see the little radius. Oh, watch out! Coming towards you, Wayne. Got him. Okay, we're all good. Yeah, just if you hold them in your hand, you'll see radius. You must click wherever to shoot them, but you can also fire with space at the same time. So I recommend using both. Do not friendly fire is on, so please be careful.
Magica.
Okay, focus on the buildings and the ranged. They take priority, or anything currently attacking you. Their base is down. There's one little one up here. There's more around us, but I'm not. I suppose we should maybe take them out. I'm already low on grenades though. I've got 4 left. I've got a lot of ammo though. There's 3 of us. We should be fine. Let's just go for it. It's a small one.
So copy.
I'm at war.
But who's paying for it?
The aliens will pay for it.
Yeah.
The illegal ones.
Yeah. Okay, let's take out that one more base down there. Oh, let's go straight down actually. Let's not go over to that base to the left because I think that's probably just far enough away that we're safe. But I want to explore that grey area to the south. I imagine that's going to be the danger area. Damn, so many resources out here.
Yeah,
Why are you putting a wall inches away from my wall?
Hmm?
the default
Ooh.
resource spotting is
You're building a
pretty
wall like
is a
so close to my
terrifying-
wall.
Base. Let's not attack that.
Not
Yeah, we're
without
not going to
heavy
attack that.
equipment.
Okay, let's back up.
No.
Let's just remind ourselves how important turrets are.
Oh, I'm lagging so bad in this game. It's horrible.
Oh, copy.
You start the wall cop.
There's already a wall here.
Yeah, I went and had a look earlier on. They were pretty big. And in fact, the last time I played the Siege, they spawned in the exact same place, the bastards. Well, I don't know. I wasn't sure if the aliens spawned randomly just around you based on pollution and stuff, but I guess if... I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, it's one big... Let's not go any closer.
No, there's no gates down here yet. Just break the wall somewhere.
Nice looking wall, copy. Be careful with that base down below. You might want to put a couple turrets down just to be safe, copy. In fact, I'll repair your wall over here. I've seen it's been damaged. Nice production, guys. It's looking good. Attack down south, be careful.
Kurt's got him.
Where do we have iron plates?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, there's an iron line for all your iron needs.
Do I have to pay the iron price?
Only if you have some iron balls.
Or balls of steel.
Yeah, a lot more attacks, guys. Okay, turrets are getting more and more necessary. I know we've got them sparsely around. I'd like them to have at least be doubled up soon. And that includes ammo production for them, right? We need more ammo.